little bit about where I'm at, a little bit of what's going through my mind, things that I've failed at, and hopefully somebody could learn from my mistakes and catapult their success, right? So learn from my mistakes and just shoot to the top. See, a lot of us, we make the mistake of learning just enough to get started. We forget about the next step. We forget about what's required to get the outcome we want, to get the lifestyle we want, to live the life of the person that sold us into the opportunity. In fact, I would encourage you to begin asking quality questions before getting involved into any opportunity. In fact, if, take it a step further, if the person promoting an opportunity isn't talking about the shit, they're not talking about what it takes to make it, they're not talking about the day-to-day grind, the shit that they don't like to do, I would encourage you to start asking them, okay, so what don't you like doing about it? Tell me the crap. Talk to me about what isn't fun. Tell me about what is it that you have to do every day that you absolutely hate doing. Because what's happening is a lot of individuals are communicating the highlight reel. And look, I'll be 100% honest. I've been learning again. I've been able to invest a little bit more time than I have in the past on listening to audibles and YouTube videos with content that resonates with me the most. I'll keep it a stack. So all of this that I'm communicating isn't 100% from a example perspective, meaning I'm going to talk widely about things that I'm learning, things that I'm not applying, but just because I'm not applying it doesn't necessarily mean that the information isn't valuable. I'm not telling you go do this because I've done it. I'm telling you go do this because I'm learning from individuals that are doing it and are farther along than me. So if at the very least I'm bringing awareness to somebody that is further along, or information that will help you get further along, then I've done my part. So again, you got to ask yourself a lot of questions, but one thing for sure is if the person that is promoting a specific product or business opportunity, specifically a business opportunity, if they don't talk about the stuff that they don't like doing, you gotta ask those questions, because as a salesman, that's not gonna help close a deal. In fact, it depends. But traditionally speaking, or historically speaking, that's not usually what closes a deal. But I was just recently on a call with a guy named Tyler, and it was from me doing some agent outreach. Apparently I reached out to a company that does a little bit of wholesaling themselves, and this guy named Tyler called me. He's like, hey, I'm reaching out to you. You inquired about property in our market or whatnot, and we scheduled a call. And what I found out is he was doing the company he was working for was in a similar business model than what I was. And what's funny is because everything he was saying about, like, his sales pitch was doing exactly what I said. He was actually talking me out of the opportunity. He was saying there's a lot of risk involved. We have 0-day inspection. You have to put 10K earnest money, non-refundable. And he was telling me all the things that, like, inside you're like, no, what the fuck? Why would I want to do that? You're telling me I have 0 inspection before purchasing a property, right? But to the ignorant, to the uninformed, how the individual communicates is really what matters, not even the information, right? So he was saying all of this fact about their company, and the disclaimer, if you will, but how he said it was the underlying reason why I was like, yo, I'm about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's up to me. I was trying to act like as if I knew. It's up to me to actually do my due diligence and know if it's a good investment and run the numbers. Realistically, I was making a decision based on just wanting one more lead to send me deals. So I was willing to just say, yeah, sure. But I ended up calling him back after communicating with a few people that I know, and they told me, like, yeah, you definitely don't want to wholesaling company, and there's nothing wrong with it, but they're not allowing, there's no double closing involved. You can't double close. So you essentially have to lock in and you have to lock up a deal for yourself, and then or use transactional funding, which I think eliminates the ability for them to know that you're double closing, you're going to sell it on the back end. But the point is, it's that you know, you're essentially locking up a deal, and if you lock up a bad deal, you know, if it has foundational issues, supposedly I have to go based off their due diligence, that they I have to trust that they did proper due diligence and the property doesn't have any foundational issues and the roof isn't decent, whatever roof condition they say the roof is in, I have to trust that. HVAC, plumbing, electrical, all that stuff, I have to trust their due diligence. And when you think about it, it's like, why the fuck would I do that? But the reason it sounded so appealing is because he was communicating the risk up front, right? And there's a little secret to that, guys. There's power in that. Now, I just kind of discovered it in a way in communicating this openly, but most people won't communicate the risk. Most people steer away from communicating risk. Most people avoid saying the negativity of the investment opportunity or the business opportunity. Most people steer away from that conversation. They want to keep everything optimistic. They want to keep you up in your emotions. When I'm learning that the faster that you can get to reality, the more real that you can get, the faster you can get to real, the better transaction that you'll have. I'll give another example. When I communicate with girls, you know, I like to fuck fast. I like to, I want to get down and dirty quick. Why? Now, logically, trying to communicate this to a chick is a hard sell, but I've done it. But realistically, you want to get to know me. The real me is going to come out once we fuck. I mean, we could date, we could do whatever we want, we could talk back and forth, we could chop it up, I'll hear you out, I want to listen to your problems, X, Y, Z. But realistically, we're really going to get to know each other once my dick goes in you and once you make me nut. You know, what are you going to do after I nut? How are you going to keep me satisfied? What are we going to do on a day-to-day that's going to help us continue? You know, what are we really about after we got the pleasure out the way? So if you really want to get to know me, you gotta open up them legs, baby. You know what I'm saying? You gotta open up them legs. You gotta bust it wide open. You gotta bust it wide open. Right? You gotta get to. I'll give another example. Argument. Once you have that first argument with a chick, that's really when the relationship starts. Outside of that, everything is just fantasy. Once you and that girl for the first time argue and kind of bump heads, that's really when the rubber meets the road and you guys find out if y'all were even fucking with each other for real or what the shit was really about. So with those examples, I want you to consider the same approach when it comes to if you're the seller, right? So if you're selling an opportunity, try to get to know as fast as possible. Try to get to the problem as fast as possible. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to avoid the concern. Try to address it as soon as possible. Oh, so wait, so you're telling me that you're concerned about the price? Okay, well, tell me more. Is it because you can't afford it right now? Is it just because you're not at that income bracket right now? Is it something that something that maybe you think the value isn't there? I mean, tell me more about price, because I'm getting better at this. But the point is you want to get to the reason a lot faster than trying to avoid it, trying to avoid the problem. Let's say if you want to get to the problem as soon as possible so you can address it. Another example that I could think about is like the best example I could really use is when I talk to girls in the marketplace. So for example, today I met a girl and she was pretty, man. She was like real pretty. She was gorgeous. She had makeup on, but man, she was gorgeous. Like, she didn't need that shit. She had a smile too. She had a look of a baddie in the making. Like, for real. Like, she if somebody don't, and I'm not saying be that nigga. You can't say you can't tame a girl once she get exposed to the money, the lifestyle. But she's got the appearance of like, yeah, she like daddy status, but she don't know it yet. She was a little younger. I think she had to have been younger. She was baddie status to me. Nice little rack on her. She had the structure of like the baddies and shit. Now again, I have to see her without makeup. This shit is crazy. But the point is that I struck conversation, made her smile immediately. You know, I forgot what I said, but I pulled this one. This one on my line. Y'all niggas, y'all can paint me later, goddamn. But I use this often. Like if I'm in cause one thing for sure is I can do better at it. But when I meet girls in like public place, like inside a public place, like inside Target or inside Walmart or inside Panera Bread or inside Starbucks or Foxtail, especially like the stores where I'm walking around and shit. I create my own pressure of kind of making it short, right? Like, which I could continue and do better at, just holding the conversation and just chopping it up and letting her get lost in the conversation. But the point is that like I try to cut it short, so I start off with, you know, I compliment, I do whatever I do, you know, make sure there's the attraction, and then I say, this is my clothes. I usually say, so clearly here isn't the best place for us to get to know each other, you know what I mean? Wherever I'm at, you know what I mean? If we're at a gas station or if she's at work or whatever, I'll say that like clearly right now isn't, you know, the best time for us to get to know each other, but, you know, shoot me a text. I'll set something up for you and I to link up. Shoot me a text and we'll link up later on today or later on this week. Take my number, I want to talk to you more. Or, you know what I mean? But that's my close usually. I let them know, like, clearly right now we're not going to get a chance to know each other in depth, but, you know, I want to know you more. So that's been my approach, and it works. So I did that. I was like, so clearly right now it's not the best place to get to know each other, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, what's something like? I was like, take my number. And she was like, she started smiling. She was like, well, I got a boyfriend. That smile said it all. Like, you don't got a boyfriend, you just got a friend. The way you said that, I've had a lot of girls tell me they got boyfriends. Like, I'll tell you about the next one that I met after she had a boyfriend, or she wasn't interested, and she seemed more like she had the imaginary boyfriend that gets niggas that she don't want off her. But anyway, this first girl, I believe she did. She was like, I got a boyfriend. But the way she said it and smiled, I was like, well, how about this? I mean, what the hell rebuttal? My rebuttal was pretty smooth, though. I was like, I get it. So what if something changes down the road? At the very least, I mean, you and I can still stay connected, you know? And I was like, how about this? Take my number. You put my number on your phone or something. And then she started smiling. And then she was like, she came around, and then like she came closer to me, and then she gave me her. She was like, here, take my number. Just take my number. And then I didn't have my phone on me. It was on the table. So I went back. I got it. And she put it on. Janice. I want to fuck Janice. Like for real. Thank you. So yeah, that's that. But why did I mention that? It's because fairly quick, you know, the reason I was able to get to a number, in fact, I'm just gonna make up a number because I didn't like actually measure KPIs on this, but from like just throwing out a number based off experience and me doing it, 80 to 85% of girls that I get their number usually say no up front. They usually say no. Or they give you some bullshit excuse. Bro, like there's one. So let's say, out of the last 5 girls that I fucked with and like had come through and shit, that's probably a bad measurement. But yeah, bro, I can name them. Like, I can name the situation and how it happened, and it's crazy, bro.
The first exit on the right.
Like I'm just gonna name her T. I don't want to put nobody out like that and shit. So T, she said she. What you doing? What you? So T is a girl that I met, and I seen her. I was hunting. I seen her as I was walking to the truck. I seen her pull in. Target neutralized, not neutralized. Target locked in. And you know, I went ahead and put my stuff in the truck, and then from there, like, I started walking towards her car, but she was still like in her car. So I just kind of walked away. I didn't want to knock on her like window and shit, so I just walked away. And I just kind of played it cool. And then when I seen her walk out again, I was like, all right. So I made the approach a little more, you know, regular. And then I approached her, you know, I did my thing. And she was like,
In half a mile.
I got a man. And I don't remember what my rebuttal was, but that's when the sell began. You know, that's when she got real. You, oh, okay. Tell me more. What you mean? What that got to do with me and you? I'm right here. He's not. What's up? Type shit. Now if she's married, I'll back off immediately. That's the one lie that a bitch could tell me, and you got it. That's how you gonna get me off of you. That's like, yeah. You tell me you're married. Nah, there's one. I'm like, let me see the ring, because there's sometimes I can sense when girls are lying about it. But let me see that ring. Some of them show it, and some like, nah, you a fucking liar, bitch. You could have just said the truth. I call them out if they lie. I'm like, it's okay to tell me no, but according to this conversation, not really, because I'm still coming at you. Still coming for you. But so this girl, I smashed. Long story short, I smashed, but she had a man. In fact, I think she really did have a man, because there was some dude who kept calling, and she was telling me I'm done and this and that, and like, you could sense it. Like, that actually happened to me recently, but you could sense it when the girl's with somebody else. But yeah, that's just life, man. That's just what it is. Cycle continues. You just recycle your whole. Now I really don't want to be in that lifestyle, man, but bro, I've been so many fucking years with no fucking female attention that niggas started to get a little like, I want to fuck. And I started going out there and doing my thing. So I had sex with her. Then there was another one that, just the one that I just spoke about. There was another one that, well, this one was pretty smooth. I believe it's official. I lost it. This one was pretty smooth. We had met. I seen her. I complimented her, and then we see each other again in that same place. And I had to approach her. Well, after I complimented her, and I had to approach her. After I finished what I was doing, I had to approach her. She was gorgeous to me. And that was just a real connection. Like, we were just looking at, locked in, eye to eye. Like, I felt my dick getting hard in conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just a pure ass connection. Whereas I don't really have that often. You know what I'm saying? Like, girls that I connect with and shit. I mean, it was just an intense eye connection. I mean, it's just one of those things where it'd be cool to still fuck, but what could you do? Never go back to no girl that doesn't show interest in you like that. No. She gotta be in love with me more than I love her. And she got too many. Women always gonna have too many dudes that show her attention. So if you're one of those, you're just that other dude. Some girls would argue like, no, you gotta show a girl love and all this and that. It's like, yeah, bitch, you just want that because you're so used to 100 niggas loving you, and you love the ability to choose which one, you know, you want to pick. You want that. But realistically, from a man's perspective, that's the last thing you want to do. There's a couple of the girls that I met. I ain't really smashed, but I did get some to come over, and all that was a lack of connection, building the initial connection at my place, not really having a plan, and reverse engineering from her, you know, walking, like getting up from my bed after me fucking the heck out of her and her nutting, walking to the bathroom and taking a piss. Like, for me, the reason I didn't smash is because I lacked the reverse engineering phase from that point right there to where we met. I didn't think it through, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really have a plan in terms of usually I go I never really did this. I just heard this recently, but you do got to think about logistics. And there was some that I kind of shot random at the dart, and I could have been a little more strategic about it, and I would have closed. There was some that I had come through, and I didn't initiate that. She was hot ready too, man. Like, I haven't been able to get her to come over again, but I really think I fucked up on I didn't initiate that initial, and I could have, I just didn't want to kiss her. I could have, I just didn't want to kiss her. Because if I would have kissed her, I would have been in for a fact. For a fact. But I didn't kiss her. I was expecting to get like inside the pants without it. So I still got her on the fishing line. She's kind of going out there. She's out there in the fishing line. But I think I follow up with them periodically. With this one, actually, I'm gonna send her a text like, yo, I'm coming back from XYZ. You know, when you tell girls you're doing shit, they're like, okay, where you at, nigga? So the fact that I've been going is gonna serve me well with these follow-ups of girls that I've met. Example, when I'm on my way back, I'll set up a couple fucking dates. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'll be back. I'm gonna text all the girls that I met, yo, I'll be back within 4 days. Or I may even do it that same day, like that same night. Yo, I just got back from, so it's not even that far planned. I just got back from XYZ. Pull up. Instead of before, when I would say pull up, there wasn't so much excitement. So I'm gonna build a little excitement, even if it's not with them directly. It's
Keep left onto I-2.
I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? In fact, one of the girls that I fucked, now I think about it, if it wasn't for me having gone to Miami, I don't think I would have been able to fuck her. Because I think me doing that created an excitement and a lifestyle that she started playing in her mind. Oh, this nigga, he actually do shit. Which, I told her the truth. You know, I told her straight up, like, I told her not everything, but I was pretty honest about that. I was like, yeah, I'm not that dude. I don't be going out like that and shit. Cause I don't like lying either. You know what I'm saying? I'll not say things, but I don't really like lying. You know, I'll just keep things to myself or talk about it some other time. Or that's not something we needed. That's a conversation for the elites. Some shit. I'll make something up versus saying it. But there was a couple things, and there was a day where like shortly after as well, I literally went to Fort Lauderdale. I was gonna bring her with me, but the tickets sold out. But I think that kind of stuff, the fact that I was doing stuff, gave her like played with her mind, bro. Like for real, that she was, when it was time to come through, she was about it. I'm actually thinking about strategically doing something, inviting a girl out somewhere, and then calling it off. Like, yo, I got caught up with work. We'll figure something out another time. And then on the follow-up, yo, you gotta come through. I like that. So, you know, and some people may argue and say, oh, that kind of stuff is like deceiving and all that. It's like, man, y'all bitches, I fucking wish I could keep it a stack with you women. I wish. But you have to find a way to like get inside the cheeks. You have to. And to that point as well, y'all are not 100% honest either. Let's keep it a stack. Makeup, boobs, fake asses, lying about school. Oh, I'm in school for. Y'all bitches haven't went to school since. What the fuck y'all talking about? You know how many girls say they go to school, but like, I'm gonna start calling these, like, let me see you. Who's your teacher? I'm gonna start asking those type of questions. What's your teacher's name? When was the last time you attended class? Because bitches be saying that, and like, we don't dig deep as men. We just take them for their word, because we really don't care. You know, we just like trying to start conversation and shit, but we trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of girls be lying, capping, and I don't like to lie either. I genuinely don't like to lie. I would rather not lie and just keep it a stack, but you have to. You have to. Well, you have to. I wouldn't say lie, you have to not say everything.
Turn right onto US 2.
You just can't keep it a stack, is the point. You don't have to lie. In fact, I don't recommend lying, but I don't recommend saying everything. And women work under that system as well. Women take it a step further, people in general, but a lot of women redefine things so it's not a lie. It's crazy. They're like, oh, I'm not cheating, I'm just fucking somebody else. But in their head, like, and that's a shitty example, but I'm not cheating, I'm just exploring my options. So in their head, cheating is like, they've redefined what cheating is, so technically they're not cheating. That's the kind of fuckery we're in. And it's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and knock it if that's the hustle they want to play, but as far as us, as a community as a whole, we gotta do better. And not believe what that pussy says. For real, we can't believe everything that pussy says. But overall, guys, just keep learning, keep improving, and remember, nobody's coming to save you. It's genuinely up to you to make this shit happen. I don't want to live in a world where we have to be deceiving, we gotta be conniving, I think is the word, that we have to have ill intent. But I also realize that being a nice guy, that shit is not it. Maybe I wasn't nice for long enough to see the breakthrough in it, but you know, I didn't find the formula to it. You know what I mean? That whole nice guy shit, I mean, women wouldn't even bat an eye at my weight. You know? And I guess I could have continued living my life and not giving a fuck. I did make significant progress, but I want this pussy. I want this cheeks. And that's the one thing as well. Even though there was years that I went without success, I'll say a couple things and I'll close. I went a couple years without success, but I also didn't change my appearance. I kept with the same outfit every day. I didn't go out of my way to impress no woman. Another thing is, a lot of times I didn't set myself up for success. And what I mean by that is, girls' environment is huge, right? Environment is huge. So a lot of times I would meet girls in a gas station, a Walmart, a Target, a fucking a coffee shop. Those are my main places that I'm at. So those are the main places that I'm usually at. So what I mean is, a lot of girls, like I've actually sensed it as well. I've not sensed it, but like I saw what happened. A lot of girls, if they're not, there's a couple things. So if they're not actually confident about how they look, if they need the fake stuff, they need to be looking all like gold out, you know what I'm saying? Like they need to be in their going out shit in order to feel pretty. That shit really matters. So a lot of times I meet girls in their natural state, and if they're not genuinely confident with themselves, they'll reject me because they don't believe in themselves. Not because I'm thrilled, because they don't believe in themselves. I've had that. I've had girls like, you could tell that she's like shying away from the conversation, but it's a different type of shy away. I'm very intuitive, I believe. Like I could tell. I pay attention to body language and behavior when I'm talking to girls. You know, there's girls that genuinely are like no, but then there's some that are like, they don't feel pretty. They're like, I can't really explain it. You could tell though. Like I believe there's girls that I met where I believe a different outcome would have been had if she was at her prettiest. But to that point is, I meet girls, I could do a better job. Over the years, I would have had way more pussy if I did the work if I put myself in those environments, clubs. That's pretty much the number one place. That's like a fucking ground. You know what I'm saying? You need a couple basics, and the club is a place where it's like going fishing. It's like going to the lake and going fishing. So I haven't gone to a club in years. Bars. That's where girls go. That's what they do. That's what they do. They go to bars. They go to clubs. They go to events. That's what they do. And the single ones ain't just going for fun. The single ones are going to meet another dude. A lot of women don't say that they go out for that. They say, I'm going out for fun. Bullshit, man. They're all going out to be met. So that's another thing we gotta so they say, there's some people that have asked, like Fresh and Fit, they'd ask them, so why do you go out? Why do you look pretty? And technically they're not lying when we ask them, oh, you're doing this to impress another man or attract a man or meet a man. When they say that, to meet a man, the truth is, it's like they're really not doing it to meet a man. They're doing it for a man to meet them. And like logic says, bro, that's the same shit. But in their eyes, they redefine words and statements that they're not lying. But yeah, I could do a better job at meeting, like going out to places and doing shit. So I can position myself to win. Another thing that I overcame recently is actually being okay with spending money and like doing things. It's not as expensive as I thought, is what I'm saying. A lot of times I wouldn't do stuff because in my head, it was just too expensive. Everything was expensive. Everything cost. And I was like, I don't want to spend money that's not fun to me. Now I'm realizing that that's where the fun is. You have to, in a way, spend money. That's where people, it's like this. It's like you're either going to eat free lunch or you're going to eat like the free school lunch or you're going to buy pizza. It's like that feeling, right? It's like that's what it's about. That's just what it is. That's the world we live in. You're either eating free lunch at school or you're buying a pizza. You know what I'm saying? And I know the difference because I experienced both in school. I actually used to eat free lunch, and then, you know, I started having a little bit of money. I started doing my thing, and I bought the 2 pizzas with a drink, you know? And it makes a difference, bro. It makes a fucking difference. You're in a sense a part of a different community. So same thing with going out. You know, when you go out, already a girl's more interested in you because now she sees that you actually do things. She's not like, these are decisions that are made on the subconscious level. But she's more likely to be interested in you because you're in a place that she's in. You know what I'm saying? You're out. And girls hate being inside. Rough. You know, women love to have fun. They hate being inside. So, with that, I'm gonna wind down. Thank you guys for listening. If you learned something, let me know. If you're annoyed, don't give a fuck, let me know. My life is happening regardless. If I don't do this, guess what? I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in my mind the whole time. And sometimes my thoughts are different when I'm not speaking out loud. They seem to be more productive. Sometimes not so much. But the point is that
Keep left onto I-69C through US 281
I want to be able to make the most out of the time that I'm here. And like I say, with money, it goes as far as it goes once you make it paycheck to your bank. But if you invest it, you give it an opportunity to go a lot further. So I look at it like that. My time is already at negative. The money I make, everything is a waste. The second that I start recording, I give myself an opportunity to make something out of this nothing. You know what I'm saying? I make something out of this nothing. I don't give a fuck about the fact that it's not value, or all it to me is value. And it's value because I'm doing it, because I exist, because I'm the motherfucker that's in this motherfucker believing in myself. I'm the one that's communicating. My mind is active versus just consuming information all the time. I'm not saying it's bad to consume information, but for somebody that never creates and only consumes to talk shit about me, is, for me, it's okay, they could do it, but for me to act on that would be a stupid decision on my behalf. In fact, like, I'm actually getting I get some comments and activities on my YouTube channel, videos and stuff, and they're starting to be more positive, but it's all good. Regardless, it's all good. But I have gotten negative comments where people just like, some are funny, some are intended to be extremely negative, but they're funny as fuck to me. And for multiple reasons, right? But the point is that I look at some of these comments, and then I take the time to look through their account. They don't even have a video up. They have a PFP that, like a profile picture that isn't even theirs, it's not done. You know, and if I could see all the comments that they put, if there was a way, like a search way, a way to look up all the comments that they put on YouTube and shit, I guarantee that it would be similar. They would always find negatives or stupid shit to say about other people. I guarantee it. So when I came to that conclusion, the illest comments and all that, I would look at their account and I'm like, bro, these people don't even have an existence, in terms of they exist, but they're not proud enough, they're not confident enough to show their face. So to me, I'm already winning. The fact that I believe in what I'm saying right now, even if in your eyes listening, is not valuable, cool, change the channel, bro. Change the fucking channel. Go find something that you resonate with, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all trying to get this shit. So if you don't got words of encouragement, that's okay. Throw that shit in the comment section. That's okay. It's gonna help me regardless. And it helps me in multiple ways. That shit fuels me, bro. That shit to me is an indicator that I am further along than I thought I was. I love that shit. Whereas before it was like, I actually love that shit. And the last thing that I'll say on this is the reason it made me laugh when I read comments about my videos and stuff is because they don't have the full context. And even this, when you watch this, you can understand. But before that, you're not. A lot of comments that they made, even though the truth is the truth, whatever, let it be, I was a fool, I made stupid decisions, whatever the joke was. But the video was recorded years ago. So here they are talking bad or shit, making fun of a video of me, cool. But it's not even the real me, as in, it's not the person I am today, right? So when they watched it, they're already 3 years delayed. They're putting focus, energy, resources, negativity into something that happened 3 years ago. That's one. Two, well, I could break that down in many pillars. One, they're putting negativity out in the world. Two, they're putting negativity out on something that was years ago. Three, they're trying to put somebody else down. Four, it's putting a spotlight on their insecurities and the things that they need to improve in. And five, it puts a spotlight on their lack of ambition, their lack of mission, their lack of purpose. Think about that. They're talking shit. They're fucking putting energy and all that negativity into something that is negative off rip, even if it is shitty. Of all the things in the world, of the billions and trillions of things in this world that you could put your focus to, like a Jeep sign, a car, a dealership, a business that's just been generated, a family, a kid, grass, nature, the sun, health, billions and trillions of things that they can focus on. Their life, their purpose, their mission, all the things that it takes to be successful. Reading a book, like everything in this world, scheduling something, maybe having your calendar, but whatever. They've chosen to, at that moment, comment something about me negative. At the very least, if you're gonna leave a comment, let it be. I mean, have I left negative comments? I don't think so. But maybe, I'm just gonna say yes, just in case somebody finds that one negative comment that I did on somebody, like, my bad. But I know for a fact it wasn't easy for me. And I was like, maybe I was in a bad state, and I said, fuck it, you gonna hear it. I'm gonna ride your ass. But on my deep rock, I just find the good in people. I believe. I'm saying this because I don't think I've left negative comments to anybody. I maybe left real comments, but I don't think I've left negative comments. But anyway, the point is that those people really have no idea, you know, how delayed, and this is what I call spiritual debt. How much in spiritual debt these people are in. They're in spiritual debt, right? They lack their own purpose. They're so in debt into life, into somebody else's life, into a loser's life. Think about it, bro. If you found the time, and one would argue is like, no, it popped up in my algorithm. Nah, man, that algorithm ain't stupid. That algorithm is something else. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why you're down there with the crabs in the bucket. I'm just, you know, I'm in the come up too. So there's a reason you're down there. You need to be, if you're so good, I shouldn't be, like, for example, my video, I'll give you an example. My video will not come up. This video right here will not come up in like Tony Robbins' newsfeed or like Elon Musk's algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just won't, because what I'm talking about is irrelevant to their mindset and the stuff that they talk about right now. If this makes sense. So just to put a category to it, it's like planes, levels to this shit. So if you are even in the, like, you could blame the algorithm all you want, but nah, bitch, like, we in the same algorithm. You see me for a reason. So call it what you will. You can make fun of, you can do whatever you want, but you in the same fucking boat as me, bro. So what you need to do is, you need to act. I'm okay with criticism. Like, if you want to talk shit, that's okay, but because I always want to help people. Take it a step further. After you criticize, after you talk that shit, go back and read your comment about me, and then say this. Why, of all the people in this world, the billions of people in this world, I chose to comment this about that person? Of all the traits, the quality traits, the things in this world that that individual has, why is it that that's the one thing that I like that got me? I know the answer to that, but I want you to answer that for yourself. So if you got to the end of this video, I appreciate you. This was a long one. We got some miles to go. I got about 5 miles to get to my gas fuel station, and then from there we're heading to Sweet Home Alabama. Nah, it's not Alabama. We're going to Georgia. Bush. Keep growing, keep developing, guys. If there's anything I can do to help, comment below. That's what we're here for. If I can't help, I'll direct you in the best way that I could. Even if I don't get commission for it, I'm 100% okay with recommending people that are doing good in life, even if they don't have an affiliate program. So yeah, I have affiliate links below. So for people that want to make money online, people that are interested in hiring a VA, a virtual assistant, to help delegate some of the tasks that they have on a day-to-day basis. If someone's looking for a hosting hosting server, a hosting website, a host for a website, a hosting service for a website, you could hit the link below. If somebody is looking to become a part of a network specifically for men, I don't think, oh shit, now I think about it, that's crazy. There's nothing but men in this network, bro. Nothing but men in this network that we in. Nothing but men. So if you want to be a part of some paywall and get exclusive access to sauce, shit that your daddy ain't never teach you, there's a link below as well. It's called CEO Network. And I got a lot of growing to do, bro. But one of the reasons I'm out here as well without a problem is because I have a goal, and I'm gonna meet that goal. I'm gonna meet that goal with the boys. So keep growing, guys. Keep developing. Remember, if you're a young man out there, I got a lot in my heart right now, but if you're a young man out there, I want to tell you this: you're not alone. You're not alone. Just yesterday, I'm gonna start a new video. Keep growing, keep developing, and we'll keep rolling. Let's go.